It's a big story. Bachelor in Paradise last night. Everybody, it's my favorite thing last night. I saw somebody post this thing, and I didn't approve it in the group on purpose. Because someone said, I'm a wrestling guy. I love wrestling. So now I get it. When all you other people are talking about, when they talk about wrestling, this Bachelor in Paradise stuff is just unbearable.
I just want to say for the record, if the person really sounds like that, that shit's incredible. So you know how internet voice sounds.
But I looked at it and I went, am I going to? Nah. I'm not even going to prove it. I declined it because we are going to talk about it. And because this is a social thing that happened last night, and it's big. Even if you're not a fan of the show, there's something really big that happened on Bachelor in Paradise last night that is in the zeitgeist because of the fact that this big social thing happened. And what it was is one of the characters that we've talked about, Demi. She is having a relationship with both a dude and a woman, and they bring the woman in she's not a contestant on Bachelor. She's never been on Bachelor, Bachelorette, nothing. And normally they kick you out if you had a relationship beforehand. They let this woman come in, and a lot of people are saying, "Well, they're only doing this because because it's two women, and it's not because other people, if they had boyfriends before or girlfriends got." Out. You're out. You can't have a boyfriend, girlfriend in the past. How come it's a double standard here? Roxy, you saw this happen last night. What are your thoughts on this situation?
I think that this was setting her up for success, even though it was very stressful, because I think Chris actually legitimately does care about her happiness. Yeah. And I think that Demi is figuring out her sexuality, which is completely different than I have a boyfriend at home and then I came on the show because I want fame. I think she's legitimately trying to figure it out. She said she's been stuck in the closet for a really long time, her quote, not mine. And I think that she's seriously figuring out what she wants. And that's so different than...
Guys, I hate to interrupt real quick. Breaking news. I know I'm not on the show. I'm leaving for my Latin dance class. Roxy's phone is working again. It is currently working. I know she was really upset about not getting her selfie out.
Very
She almost started to cry. She doesn't get technology. I figured it out. It's back.
How did you do that? We don't know.
And I'm out. See ya.
And McCougar took the wheel and went off the other side.
And now the other clips.
That scene in Raiders when he knocks the Jeep off, you can see him fall.
I'm very happy about that, though.
But go back to the point.
I just think it's really different.
Perfect.
I think it's really different than wanting your cake and eating it too. She's figuring out her sexuality is a completely different thing, and she's been scared, and she's been slowly coming out to people as either I don't think she knows yet. I think she hasn't used any words like bisexual or lesbian, or she just keeps saying I like men and women. I think she doesn't really know. She doesn't have to know or label if she doesn't want to. And I was glad that they gave her a chance to see her girlfriend.
It was important for the show also. People say, well, how come they broke their own rules? How come that they did this? Because it's a double standard. It really isn't when you think about it, because this is never done. We're in a very different time in society in general as far as acceptance goes and as far as the social issues go. You got it, but you have to showcase it, because this is a thing, because you also have to show as a show that you do support it and that you do understand, and that it is yes, it's similar in the fact that they had someone else beforehand, but it's different because this is the first time that an openly gay couple has been on the show, and they are and the producers and everyone else has said, no, we're going to celebrate this and we want to celebrate love. This particular show is about finding love and supporting love, and that's what they did.
Do you think it would have been different if they would have had it where it was two of the women contestants all of a sudden fell for each other?
Or they kept them on?
Yeah,
totally.
No, I mean by different as far as the reaction to some people saying the double
absolutely.
Standard. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, because the reason why what the fan base has a problem with is like, so if you look at what just happened with the Bachelorette, the show. This dude had a girlfriend before, the guy who won or that proposed at the end had a girlfriend before he started the show. And so he broke it off and all this. And so they're like, what's the difference between this guy doing it and her doing it?
Christian, I think you're looking at society like giving them the benefit of the doubt a little bit too much. Jay, I don't think it would have been much different. I think the people that are going to complain about it now would have complained about it.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
I agree.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying.
I think that was his question.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, they still have complained about it if two of the girls were just like all of a sudden they started hanging out and they bonded, and then next thing you know they're in a relationship.
No, they wouldn't. The reason I say no is because they're already on the show. The thing is,
you're talking about the people with good moral compasses right now. I think.
Right.
I'm just talking about people who find reasons to bitch because this is an openly gay couple.
I understand what you're saying.
You got
I think you meant as far as I'm talking more about the fan base in general about the show.
You're talking about the actual show and how the show operates.
Yes. But you're talking about social media.
I'm talking about
absolutely. Because that's even though we're in a very different place today than we were 15 years ago.
Yeah.
We're still very far away from full acceptance.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we'll ever have full acceptance.
I understand the people that don't think that they should have stayed on the show. So after her girlfriend comes, the fact that they are both now still on the show.
Still on the show, yeah.
I understand saying that that's not fair to Derek.
Right. Yeah.
Because watching your ex with anybody is challenging, and this is not in the typical rules of the show. I'm not of that belief, but I do understand why somebody would say, as a fan of this show, I don't know if that's fair if he's also looking for love and this is what's happening.
And I agree. But what I also say is now you look at it towards the opportunistic business side of it.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone is talking about this.
Mm-hmm. Companies that didn't want to be involved probably with the show are now wanting to be involved because of showing the open and exclusive, the inclusion and everything else.
And they're being applauded for it as well. And they've done two things already to portray the show in a light that they want to portray it in. And the first thing was the no tolerance policy, kicking the two guys off for a fight, not making a trashy Jerry Springer show and saying we have no tolerance. You're both out. I don't care how big of a personality you are. Jordan, you're out. And the same thing they did with the girls. It's like, no, we're supporting this. And Chris, because even though you said like Chris, I believe Chris Harrison has no say in this
he's
whatsoever.
A mouthpiece.
They send him in and he comes in and he's like
conveys the messages.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I actually feel like he does like Demi.
I agree.
I think he does.
Sure. And he's absolutely is a big presence, but he doesn't make the call on whether or not Demi can bring her girlfriend in or not.
Right.
That's Mike Fleiss and Martin and all those guys.
But do you think, Christian, that because I don't know how this works, we didn't see it? Did Demi specifically ask for her girlfriend to come?
No, I don't. I don't think so. I think they legit wanted to surprise her.
And here's the thing about that. I was thinking about that too because they had to get all of her information. They had to get all of Christian's information from Demi. So at some point...
Well, they didn't have to get it from Demi. They could have gotten it
They could have found it. Trust me,
okay.
They have ways.
Once they found out just her name, they went from there.
They have ways.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, it was a big moment in general. The only thing that I can tell you from the first, moving away from this particular thing, is that, and this is what I said from someone else who started watching this show, John Paul Jones is a fucking legend. And John Paul Jones should be on this show. My wife last night was like, you better get him on the show. I go, I'm already working on it. Like, John Paul Jones is a legend. I saw him jumping around the pool with Tayshia, who I think is the hottest one on the show.
Tayshia, man. I was around there licking my lips. I ain't never watched. I was like, how you doing? I was looking at the television. TV like, how you doing? Like, find a Twitter real quick.
And that scene with them, I think it was from Monday, with them in the pool, he picks her up, throws her in the pool, they jump in together, and they're cracking up.
He's so goofy. He's choking.
He's the best.
Yeah, he is, and somebody I so want to be friends with and grab a beer with, but I don't understand how Tayshia is into him.
You don't?
Because
the way he kisses?
No, not because of that. Just she keeps laughing at him.
But I think he makes her laugh.
When guys make girls laugh that much, she is more into him.
She's not laughing. She is laughing at him.
I don't think so. I think she really digs his personality. I think she laughs the same way we do. Like, I don't laugh at him because he's like Cam, like that guy Cam. I'm laughing at that guy's a douche. I laugh at John Paul Jones because I want to hang out with that dude.
Yeah, because he's ridiculous.
I want to hang out with that dude.
Can you picture John Paul Jones and Josh McCougar in the same room?
Oh my God, he's just bro, totally.
One other noteworthy couple to talk about from the show last night, though, Katie and Chris. Because
you love Katie. You think she's the hottest.
First of all, what Winston said about her eyes, I can't stop staring at her eyes now. Yeah. They're insane. And she's gorgeous, and I really like her and Chris, and I am so guilty of exactly what she did. I felt really bad for her when she says, go ahead, go on another date.
I took notes, and I was trying to remember. With Christina,
this was the
Russian
one.
girl?
Oh, she's a pain in the balls,
she's a G.
Yeah, she's crazy.
She's a G.
I don't like her.
She came in hot. She was like, first of all, she called called Blake Balake, which I went crazy
What's she
for.
called?
Balake. Have you ever
what does that
seen
mean?
Key and Peele did a sketch about a substitute teacher that called all the kids the wrong names. Like he would call Aaron Aaron.
She did not do that on purpose.
I know, but she just called. She didn't know. She really calls him Balake.
I think she just
No, she dated him.
Yeah, but she said you don't like that. I'm not saying that she. I think she just like made a nickname for him.
Okay, because I want you to know how my face just dropped. Like,
okay,
she was not doing Key and Peele. I really
did
don't
you
believe
see
so.
Did you see the whole? Because I know you
I watched
just
the whole episode.
You watched last night.
Yeah, I watched last night.
Was last night's the one where she and the other girl have the thing in the beginning of the
Yeah.
when she says don't. What does she say? She calls her honey or whatever. Like,
she called a homegirl.
No, she called her honey or something. She's like, "Don't say this to me, honey."
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, whatever it was. And then you got into it. And she's like, "Oh, you're crazy." And she walks off.
I laughed my ass off at that. She
That's
got up
awesome.
and she's like, "You're ridiculous. I'm out." And I'm laughing, looking at my fiance. She's like,
she was like, "You tell Blake, say you don't want his rose? Yeah, I want his rose." I was like,
something
"Word."
a little off about that girl too.
Yeah, that was the only time I've ever seen that before, where one woman said to another woman, "You need to respect women." And
she said it to her heart.
She said it to her. And, like I get it when if you turn around and say it to one of the dudes, but she said it to the girl. So you need to respect women.
You're saying it about.
No, I've been said that. Another woman said
I
that
think
to
it was
me
the
one
con- I
time.
think it was
Said
the
you
concept.
you don't support women. You don't respect
Supporting
women.
is different, but the respecting.
Yeah, especially in a competition type show.
Yeah, you don't respect women. And she's like, I am a woman. What? Huh?
I know.
I didn't understand that.
I get. You know how some people like hate themselves, or they're like when people are like really hardcore conservative Republican, but they're also gay and they don't maybe,
and then they get caught in the bathroom.
Like that, I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
Hey,
I don't get it either, but I guess that's what she was
Right.
going
For black people, those are hoteps. Those are hotep. Those are the overly woke people who are still asleep.
What's
Those
up? What's the word?
Hoteps.
Bubba Hotep was
So
Bruce
hoteps
Campbell.
are basically it's been a bad thing in the black community. Whereas you have woke black people, then you have these super woke ones we call hoteps, and it's like everything black people do are wrong. These are the ones right now who are calling Jay-Z all type of spiritual.
Yeah, what's going on with all that stuff?
So Jay-Z basically
The NFL.
But we'll come back to BIP.
We can go away from it at this point. They want us to go away from it.
Okay. So basically,
Man,
Jay-Z
I get
has a
this.
deal with the NFL to help produce the Super Bowl halftime show, and also will become part owner of an NFL team. Not which one has been
We don't know yet.
disclosed.
And rumors?
No.
Okay.
But he's been wanting to get invested more in sports. Rock Nation is
Right.
an agency and management
Well, I
company.
mean, doesn't he own the Nets?
He had part ownership in
He
the Nets. He
sold
doesn't
it?
have it. Sold it
Okay.
off. So
Why
everybody
can
was
you
like,
not have both?
I'm sure
"No,
you
you
can.
can. You can." He
Sold it off.
He sold it off. He
Made
didn't want to do.
profit.
He didn't know what he was doing with it. But he was supporting Colin Kaepernick with the whole protest and whatnot, and then even released a song where he said, "I don't need the NFL. The NFL needs me."
Oh, I see.
Which is true.
Right.
Now he signed this deal, and people are like, "Oh,
Hypocrite.
hypocrite! How you gonna do this?" And Colin Kaepernick still doesn't have a job. Let me tell everybody something about Colin Kaepernick. If he'd have went to the Jets the first time this all happened, this had never been a story for the couple of years it's been. So when he was with the 49ers, however. So everybody's like, "Oh, well, how are you not going to have Colin Kaepernick have a job and you doing this?" Well, if he's part owner of a team, we don't know what the stake is he'll have. But as an owner, sometimes you have some say-so.
Yeah.
You can get a tryout for this man or whatever the case may be. Let the game play out. And so everybody's like, "Oh, no, you blah, blah, blah. It's just about money." He's a businessman. Anybody with businessman,
money.
it's going to be about money
So
regardless.
you're saying you think that Jay-Z wants to infiltrate from the inside so that he can
Yes,
have
he's
Colin
a-
Kaepernick be on a team?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, what is the Hotep part?
Oh, so these are the people like, "Oh, you just a coon. You just trying to kiss up to people. You ain't about the struggle. You ain't about uplifting
So the people who are upset with Jay-Z are called Hoteps.
Yeah, those are the Hotep community.
Have you guys heard that word?
The Hotep, Bubba Hotep.
Yeah, but if you go,
I never heard that.
I never knew what it was.
I'll have to introduce you to Black Twitter one day. And
I kind of dabble in Black Twitter, but
Black Twitter changed his soul. I swear to God.
yeah.
But nah, it's just that whole situation with that, and it's really frustrating. I even talked about it on Sports Time. It's very frustrating. People will just automatically want to, just bash him. And also, why are you counting another man's money? Why are you in another man's pockets?
Right.
What he does doesn't make a bit of difference to any of us. I mean, yeah, we'll have opinions, but at the end of the day, what he makes his money from or who gives him money has nothing to do with us.
I never quite know, Jay, what your opinion on something is going to be.
Oh, you don't? You sure?
Yeah, because I feel like you just as easily could have gone the other way.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you know what? I'm very vocal about how I feel about things. You know me like that. And it's just that I don't.
We all do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, y'all know.
And anybody who follows it.
Anybody follows me, I'm going to tell you how, because I don't want to just go. I never go with the norm.
Right.
I never go with the flow. Some things I might agree on, some things I might disagree. Like, I didn't like sextuplets on Netflix. That's a whole nother thing.
Do you ever, genuine question, do you ever feel in the middle like you're not sure how you feel about something?
Yeah.
You do?
Absolutely. Absolutely. A lot of times it's just like, I'm not sure. I don't know if I want to say something because then I may change my mind and people be like, oh, now I'm being a hypocrite or whatnot.
No, you're human.
But by the way, we're allowed to change our minds.
No, I get
Tell-
no. We're
tell
told.
them.
But tell that to the internet.
Yeah. Anyway, well,
So, yeah, that's the thing with that.
Again, that's why I wanted to kind of lead in with that thing going on in Bachelor in Paradise, leading into a lot of different social issues out there. Yeah, Rox?
No, I'm just excited to be watching it now because I had no idea any of that was happening. I don't know if you saw scenes. From
I saw
this
the
week.
trip.
So
What's
I
happening?
didn't-
No, I don't know what's happening next.
Oh,
no.
man.
What?
It's a girl about to lose her whole damn mind
Which
next
one?
week.
Who?
What's her name?
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's some girl. She about to have a mental breakdown or something. She's going on
Kaylin?
No. It's the dark-skinned girl.
No, God, please, no.
Yeah, Michael Scott.
That's it. Katie?
No, some one of the black girls. She's about to have a whole breakdown.
There's only Tasha and Katie
Yeah.
and the one that left last
Right.
week. But
I'm with you.
I think that they're
can't follow the
bringing in
names.
somebody new, maybe.
Maybe, but I can't remember her name.
Maybe.
But I know I was watching the trailer. I was like, I think I'm watching the next one for this one.
What I was talking about was I had no idea what was happening on last night's episode, so I didn't know they were bringing her in. I didn't
okay.
know any of that, and I think it's a really exciting time to be watching the show.
Yeah, I mean it's got people talking about it for sure. I mean, look, shit, we started talking about this show. I had no idea how I was going to be locked into this stupid thing because it was just watching it because my wife watches it and I was like, okay, and I've unfortunately gotten a lot of people in this thing too.
Fortunately.
I think, well, for some, but yeah, you.
I started
Christian-
watching.
You in?
Winston talks about it all the time, so now I think
Yeah, he
officially I'm
loves it.
in.
You're
Christian,
in now
do
too.
you think that they're gonna work out Demi and what is her name? Christy?
Christian.
I don't know.
Christian.
I don't know enough. I mean about that relationship, and it just kind of brought it in. I think for a little bit, yeah, because now it's so public.
It also did seem to me, I don't know about you, that the second she saw her, she was so much more in love with her.
Yeah, for sure.
Like
Well,
you just see her whole face.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder. You know what I mean?
Or not.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean like I think one way or the other.
Well, yeah, but
And
that it
clearly,
seemed to
yeah.
be the case. This one.